Alright, so part 2 of Razorback gauge. The scariest part is drilling in to your clutch box for this sensor. Now, they say leave 3 threads. All they give you is this little nut right there, and by the time you try to drill in there with this shaft here and whatever, you're kind of in at an angle, so with a step drill it's real suspect of wallering out that hole, and a step drill will kind of make it bigger from the area that you're drilling, so it'll be not as deep this way as it is this way, so it kind of you know, it makes it a little bit bigger than what you want. And a regular drill bit would be awfully tough to get in there, so it's tough to get to the edge of this but not so far down to where you're into this. And I mean, I am on the edge of that little lip, which I was thinking about going right up here, which I should have, because at the edge, I mean, let's see, I mean, I have cleared it, but it is just clearing it. So I had to turn that bracket on that charge tube to get it out of the way, because it is that close. So be very, very careful and be very precise of what you want to do with drilling that hole in there. Now, I don't live in the water, but there is snorkels on this thing. I am in Georgia and water is a thing. So besides just not having the confidence in just that little nut and no washer, I went ahead and put a washer on there, which this washer does not fit through, or this sensor doesn't fit through this size washer. I had to drill out that washer a little bit because I didn't want to put a super huge washer in there. And then I basically coated that washer with RTV, and then coated the other side of washer with RTV, and then kind of pinched it in there to try to keep it as water resistant as possible. I mean, you know, maybe if I get froggy, I might cover it with RTV through here after I know that all this works and everything's beautiful. But as of right now, just the washer has RTV there and RTV there, and I pinched it. And then that washer, because of the bend in the clutch housing is kind of bent, that washer makes like almost like a crush or a lock washer, because there's tension on that washer folding into that corner. And I do have blue Loctite on this, so I feel pretty secure that it's not going to come loose. But they could give a washer, they could do a little better something or other for that. But this is definitely the closest place where that belt's going to come through, where that secondary comes through. And they don't want you to put it on the bottom down here, because then it'll get full of clutch dust and whatever and get full of debris. And I don't know about being over here. Probably could have shot for being back here, which might have been smarter. But this is where I'm at, so just be careful when you're putting that in there. Yeehaw, here we go. That's where it's at now. That's where it's going.